Hi and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vince. Thanks for stopping by. You are very welcome here indeed. So I received this comment from a gentleman called Mick. He writes, I'd like advice on trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle when you don't have the time. I'm 57 and currently do a 10 to 12 hour working day, working as a prison custody officer, moving prisoners to and from and manning courts. Back in my army days, I could always find an hour or so for exercise, but I just can't do it currently. And a lot of my co-workers snack all day and wonder why they are overweight. What would you recommend? For full transparency, I do know Mick. I've known him for about 30 years. We served together in the British Army and we worked together in the Middle East. I've contacted him to get some more details so I can actually flesh out this video reply. I now know that Mick works with about 40 other officers. Let's assume Mick sleeps for 7 hours a night, and as he told us, he works between 10 and 12 hours a day, which leaves around 5 hours at home. So I think the place where he can make the most impact is actually at work. Because it is true that you become like the people that you surround yourself with. Those around you have the potential to impact your energy, your habits and behaviours, your reputation, and how others will perceive you, your interests, your growth, and even your values. So although the advice I'm going to give in this video is directed at Mick, I think it would be a good idea if you try to get buy-in from all those in the team that Mick interacts with throughout the day. My recommendations will be based around my pillars of longevity, those being, in order, nutrition, exercise, sleep, reducing stress, and then and only then targeted supplementation. As well as that, I strongly recommend speaking to a doctor, and especially if you do have a special diet or you're on some kind of medication. If there is no special diet or medication and you do talk to a medical professional like a GP and he recommends eating a low-fat meal diet such as Weight Watchers, I suggest you get a new doctor. Then I suggest setting some baseline stats so everybody knows where they're starting from. This is not a competition. But if someone sees it as a competition, they need to remember they're only competing with themselves. I recommend Mick talks to the team, maybe shows them this video to see who will be interested in improving their lifestyle, their health span, and possibly even extending their lifespan. If there are people who are seriously interested, there may need to be some purchases to be able to establish these baseline statistics. First of all, I think they should buy a biometric scale to measure things such as weight, muscle mass percentage, body fat percentage, and although not really an accurate single marker, BMI. The biggest problem when embarking on a change like this is trying to do too much at the beginning. So the only thing I recommend Mick and those in his team address first is nutrition. There will be plenty of time in the future to look at sleep, exercise, smoking, alcohol intake, etc. Teams are always stronger together than individuals. So it may be a good idea for those who are interested to set up a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group. Here they can post pictures of what they eat and then links to healthy options on YouTube videos, recipes, blogs, etc. The first step is to decide on the type of diet. And by diet, I mean a sustainable, lifelong diet, a change in lifestyle, if you like, not a fad diet that usually lasts for a month and then results in yo-yo dieting for the rest of their lives. My only stipulation for the choice of diet is that it be whole food, which can be vegan at one end or carnivore at the other, and obviously everything else in between. The main aim is to cut out all processed foods. Here we're talking about snacks, fast food, microwave meals, sweets, chocolates, etc. I'm going to assume that everyone in the team eats breakfast, and a number of those will eat breakfast cereal with skimmed milk, because they think skimmed milk is the healthy option. A simple search online for whole food breakfast options will give plenty of alternatives to processed food, junk breakfast options. One of the biggest issues with change and bringing in new ideas is removing the old ones. And if you eat breakfast at home with your family or your partner, they may not be as supportive as you would like. I think breakfast is easy to tackle in that if those around you do not support you at the breakfast table, eggs for you are a quick and easy option, as is fruit that is low in sugar. And again, a Google search will come up with a list of options that are low on the glycemic index. One thing that I now do, and I strongly recommend Mick and those in his team who are interested also do, is to drink a pint of water as soon as they wake up in the morning. And we could talk about fasting, time-restricted eating, and reducing eating windows, etc. in the future. For now, it's a case of cutting out all processed foods and drinking a pint of water before you eat your breakfast. And if they do decide to set up a Facebook or a WhatsApp group, sharing breakfast ideas that are quick and easy will be easy and also extremely beneficial. With breakfast out of the way, for most people that then leaves lunch and dinner. If lunch is normally bought from a supermarket, canteen, vending machines, petrol stations, that's gas stations for the Americans, the chances are it's going to be unhealthy processed food. The simple option here is a whole food packed lunch. Again, a simple Google search will come up with plenty of healthy, easy to make whole food options. Same for dinner or your evening meal. Look for whole food, easy to prepare and easy to cook options. Another hurdle may be snacks. If you drink a pint of water before breakfast and breakfast is a whole food, high protein option like eggs, the need to snack before lunch will not be as strong. Same for the time between lunch and dinner. If you really do have to snack, eat healthy food options such as fruit, but not fruit juice and not smoothies. Nuts, but not dry roasted and not flavoured. I prefer the nut option. I'll buy a big bag of raw nuts and then add either Himalayan pink salt or Celtic sea salt. Drinks after your pint of water in the morning before breakfast should also not be processed. So no milky drinks out of the chiller cabinet and no Coca-Cola. So that then leaves just plain water, all the different kinds of teas, the green teas, the fruit teas, etc., but no milk. And then coffee also without milk, although a small splash of whipping cream or heavy cream can be added to the coffee. And for those that find this too much too soon and really must have some kind of carbonated drink, then they must go for the sugar-free option, knowing that this will eventually be phased out also. Now, I did say the first step would only be nutrition. That said, the other thing that I think should be included in phase 1 is a daily step count. Some people may already have some kind of smartwatch or fitness tracker. For those that don't, they may want to purchase one. And for those who still aren't sure and maybe do not want to commit financially, you can download a free step app for your smartphone. So the first thing to do is to set up a step baseline by recording how many steps are taken during the average workday. Do this over about a week and then set up a target to that step count. Now, the target need not be an onerous one. For example, if someone's average step is 3,000 per day, set themselves a target of maybe 3,500 a day, and then give yourself a week or two to actually achieve that. Now, it may look difficult to begin with, but there are plenty of opportunities during the workday to get your step count up. Getting up and walking around as opposed to sitting down and scrolling through YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, etc. is not impossible. It just takes the right attitude. After work, let's say you haven't hit your target by 7 p.m. Then as a Brit, you do not need to watch Emmerdale or Coronation Street. You can go for the shortest minimum walk to help you hit your target. There are numerous medical studies that show the benefits of walking just after having eaten a meal. Again, this is not impossible. It just takes the right attitude. As I said before, the biggest challenge of implementing a new idea is getting the old one out. So you've got to start forming new habits. Subscribe to fitness-orientated, health and wellness, and longevity social media channels. There are hundreds of them on YouTube. And if the team does set up a Facebook or WhatsApp group, then share all of these social media links. Also, when transferring prisoners to and from court, if possible, don't listen to Radio 1 or in mixed case, Radio 4. Listen to health and wellness, fitness and longevity podcasts instead. And if the driver isn't part of the longevity group, then you can use headphones. Mick will obviously watch this video and hopefully he will share it with his team. And I also recommend that he reads the comment section of this video because the community that we have here is extremely positive and very supportive and may well have done something similar in their lives. And if you're not part of Mick's team, but you do have useful advice, please leave it in the comment section below. Now, Mick and I communicate probably on a daily basis, and once he tells me how this video was received, I shall let you know in an update. So let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see a follow-up video.